Welcome, you guys. So, we're going to do something a little bit different today. I do understand I've been delivering a lot of heavy messages, and being that balance is important. Well, how do we balance out these dark times? We have something light to solution what we are able to take care of, and then we give what we can't take care of to the Most High. So, today's video, we're gonna, if you are interested, how can you manifest healthy friendships according to your moon sign? Okay, um, there, um, if you look into the description box, there is the water signs, air signs, earth, and fire. Now, I'm not gonna get so specifically in detail for each particular water sign, air sign, earth sign, and fire sign, but I will mention one thing that binds all these, like the not binds, let me be more mindful of my words. I will mention the one thing that all signs of fire, earth, air, and water all have. And this can be something you guys can use to learn to trust yourselves again, but also to be adventurous in believing that you are deserving of healthy friendships and becoming the healthy friend that you would like to, attract and also be for yourself. So the timestamps are already in the box. I'm not going to talk your heads off. Um, if anything comes up that you guys need to know in the messages, you already know the Most High will have will have its way. Now we have the travel destinations, playing cards, and we also are using Oracle of the Roses. So I will see you, dear Lord, child. I will see you at sign, um, the sign of your choice. We have, I forgot what you call it, the sign properties, water, air, earth, fire. It'll be in the description box. Without further ado, thank you guys for being present. Thank you for joining me. Water signs. Water signs. Welcome, Cancer moons. Welcome, Scorpio moons. Welcome, Pisces moons. Okay? Pisces moons. So, welcome, Cancer moons. Welcome, Scorpio moons. And welcome, Pisces moons. One thing I definitely picked up, patience is going to be important, being that you guys um, can become very loyal and attached to who you guys consider worthy of starting a community with. Patience is important because it will allow you to be able to have clarity on your intentions as well as someone else's intentions. You guys can become so loyal to someone to a fault, okay? Um, you guys can, it's like loyalty to a fault where you guys can get way too comfortable. And if a friendship doesn't work out, you guys may have difficulty delegating responsibility or speaking your truth, and you guys can sometimes hold grudges. So, without further ado, let's get into the cards. I feel like that channel message was that you guys should practice patience, you know? Um, You guys are very dependable, and you guys can people can become very comfortable with your dependability. However, if it's unequal give and take, resentment can form. So patience will allow you to see if someone is going to give you that same equal energy give and take. Now we have three of spades, no need to fear that. Six of diamonds and five of diamonds. Okay. Ooh. Well, sometimes I feel like you guys may have difficulty expressing heartbreak, but I feel like you guys yeah, you guys may have difficulty expressing heartbreak. That's coming up with the three of spades in Tokyo. At the same time, your emotional intelligence, when mastered, is by far exceptional. It's exceptional. I'll show you guys the cards. Um, so we have the challenger here, and this is a Scotch rose. Isn't it beautiful? So let's talk about it. How can you guys manifest healthy friendships according to your moon signs? Water moon signs. Okay, we got the three of spades and the challenger here. This is saying you guys can manifest healthy friendships by understanding your emotional workings on a deep level. So much to the point that if you guys choose to master your emotional intelligence, your awareness of emotional knowledge will just seem natural and normal, and it'll be able to help bring peace to your external environment. Because what I'm noticing about the Scotch rose here is it's beautiful, but at the same time, it has that. It's kind of like if metaphorically it were a meal, it would be the thing that makes you feel think I'm ready to go take a nap. The happy food that you can eat and then take a nap on. At the same time, with the challenger, I feel like this is what's coming up when you guys can become too comfortable and develop um what's it called, resentment towards someone. You guys may, and especially if you guys don't understand your own emotional workings, you guys it's like you guys can be present and people can see you and pass by you guys, but you guys can become passive aggressive. So become mindful of passive aggressive actions, because if you guys practice passive aggressiveness, then you'll attract passive aggressive people as well. And if a conflict does ensue, two passive aggressive people, um, it can get pretty out of hand, okay? Then we also have the gardener, and then we have the five of diamonds, Ecuador here. So this rose here is the Triomphe du Luxembourg rose. Okay, so I feel like your friendships are based on endurance. You guys are the kind of people where people will, no, where you guys will remember the very first time you laid eyes on someone who you could be friends with for a long time. But with this five of diamonds here, sometimes you guys can stay too long in friendships that don't have any value with the five of diamonds here. So I feel like you guys are being asked to take inventory um, of where of why you got of of why you guys would stay in connections in which you would have you would gain nothing from it. And this is also another reason you guys can develop resentment. You might give too much to the point where you have nothing. Okay? So I feel like for you guys to manifest healthy friendships, you guys should take inventory of where you might overgive to the point where you are giving and you're it's like you're giving away what you don't have, and logically you can't give away what you don't have. So I feel like you guys have been asked to take inventory, and where you guys can overdo it, this is where you guys can create those healthy boundaries. Because without healthy boundaries, you guys can settle for relationships, and this we're talking about romantic relationships in which you guys will not have a peace of mind. Okay, especially if you guys are needing help and you could be around people who you are allowing to deplete you. However, you are willing to allow someone to deplete you, those are the boundaries that you set. So you guys can take an inventory and let that be the foundation of the boundaries that you create. And no, your boundaries are not too much. Your boundaries, they're not it's not dramatic, it's not theatrical. If you have a water sign, moon sign, you understand that the moon cycles actually hit you very deeply. Okay, so that's why sometimes, expressing your emotions can seem to be a bit difficult, but at the same time, if you master your emotions, your emotional intelligence is out of this world, and people definitely would like like to ask you guys for advice. At the same time, with the artist and the six of diamonds, you guys can easily make money doing very artsy things. More than likely, if you guys are artists, you guys put a lot of your time, energy, and everything about yourselves into your art, and this is how and why you guys can attract finances. So I feel like your finances are coming up here with next to the five of diamonds here, because sometimes you guys can overgive in friendships. You guys could have attracted friendships in which it turned into romantic, but at the same time, um, you guys could have gave so much, so you guys have a very delicate, strong feel about you guys. At the same time, with the artist, do not underestimate the soft aspects of your personality. Your true friends will appreciate the soft aspects of your personality, because the soft aspects of personality, soft skills, do have a rough edge to it. And I feel like when you guys get passive aggressive, the rough edge of the soft edges of soft skills will show itself. So I feel like in order for you guys to manifest healthy friendships with the challenger and the three of spades, um, become best friends with your emotions. Okay, do find out where you are your worst enemy to your emotions. With the five of diamonds and the gardener here, I feel like you guys are being asked to take inventory of where you can overgive to the point that you don't have anything to give, and when you need help, you guys aren't getting support. Okay, and also connected to you guys receiving support with the six of diamonds and the artist. I feel like this is talking about you guys, investing time into healthy outlets that will help you find ways to express your emotions, you know, especially as complex as your emotions can become. The right friends will be able to understand that even if you are somehow just simply present, and you may not be openly expressing yourself because it may be difficult at times, they'll be able to read energy very well, even if you don't exactly say anything, okay? Especially if you are artistic and there's a lot that you have to express. So I think we're going to end your reading there. And the last part of the message was so you guys could understand how to recognize healthy friendships. Okay. Um, some of you guys could have experienced heartbreak from not having support. When you guys have helped people out in very difficult times, and the very people that you helped out in very difficult times did not help you. So some of you guys could be asked to heal the wound of feeling like you won't actually have people who will be there for you as you are there, or as you are there for them. Okay, and that's it. We're gonna end y'all reading there. Welcome, Pal Air. So Pal, yeah, Pal Air. All right. So humor is important to you guys. It helps your psyches relax. You guys are attracted to people who have a good sense of humor. And this is for the air astrological moon signs. You guys like you guys are very witty. You guys are a joy to be around. There is not really boring conversations around you guys. The conversations are memorable. Balance is important to you guys. Balance is your form of comfortability. You guys may sometimes be willing to compromise who you truly are. Some of you guys could have experienced like you I mean, how can I say this? You guys can know the dark side of innocence. Some of you guys, um, some of you guys in your friendships, you might be willing to cover for people who like you might be able to cover well for people, and this can bring you guilt, especially if you covered for someone who doesn't actually have your and who doesn't have your best interest or who did something to hurt somebody. So you guys are being asked to be mindful of your loyalty. Like, don't give loyalty to someone who's gonna do stuff to hurt people, because that will lay heavy on your conscience. Okay, it'll lay heavy on your conscience, and you like intellect is very important to you guys. So the more stress you guys have on your brains and your psyches, it can really kind of just it's like the more relaxed you guys are, it's easier to be around you guys. The less relaxed you guys are, it can be like tension oriented around you guys. All right, so we have the seeker, and we have this picture of a full puzzle. So you guys like friends who are curious. You guys are the people who will go on adventures. I'm thinking about the show Stranger Things, um, things like that. You guys are the ones who, if your friends, tell you that they discovered something, um, that the average person may find to be taboo, you guys are like, yo, let's check it out. And you guys like to stay focused on finding the truth out. It irritates you guys for someone to try to get you on the wrong path. But what's interesting is if people try to cause distractions for you guys as you guys are trying to find stuff out, you guys are still willing to figure something out to the end. You guys are not going to stop trying to figure out what it is that you guys have your eyes set on. So you guys are very focused. So some of your friends um, may be quite used to you guys being single-minded and driven. Okay. Um, One of the ways to create distance in a friendship with you guys is by being an unnecessary distraction. Then we also have the King of Spades, and then we have the Scientist 11. So intellect is very important to you guys. Um, you guys like to be able to communicate at high levels of intelligence. Okay, you guys don't fare too well with people who is not using a good chunk of their brains. Um, whew. You guys like to be able to communicate openly with people who will be open to trying new things out for further advancement. At the same time, you got with the King of Spades here, you guys um, definitely have the follow through. You guys have the skill sets of follow through to be able to be able to afford the lifestyle of being curious and pushing the limit. You guys also might be very fun as well. Not only are you guys very brain oriented, but at the same time, you guys will be the ones to do adventurous things. Okay. Then with the Liberator and the Ten of Clubs here, isn't this a pretty flower? So air astrological moon signs. Interesting. It's very interesting energy. All right. With the Liberator and the Ten of Clubs here, you guys well, this is it's Iceland. Give me a second. I'm looking at the Ten of Clubs. It's in Iceland. And this is one of those places where the water's hot, but the external environment is cold. Um So you guys do well under pressure, and you guys are the ones who create the solutions for very difficult problems. For example, you guys can solve the issues that most people would. I don't want to say most, but who some people would basically find it. How are you gonna do that? That doesn't make sense, and you guys will make it work. At the same time, you guys might have a lot of difficulties getting something off the ground, but you have that focus. Like you'll always go back to what you're focused on. At the same time, underneath it all, your real friends know that you guys do think a lot about them. Yet the way you show that you love the people that you care about is by inviting them on adventurous things. So I feel like this message is telling you guys that if you guys want to manifest healthy friendships, you guys need to be mindful of how you can distract yourselves. And you guys also need to become mindful of external distractions that will have you from actually completing projects because you guys can get pretty frustrated if you guys don't have complete projects or if you didn't find something out to the end with this puzzle here. Okay, especially when it comes to romance. You guys could possibly think about things in which you guys didn't get closure, especially if a friendship, well, if a romance was formed from a friendship, if you guys didn't get closure, you guys can think about that a lot. But at the same time, with the King of Spades and the Ten of Clubs here, you guys might put too much on your plate in order to not think about things, especially matters of the heart. So sometimes, subconsciously, some of you guys may choose friends that you could possibly have a long term relationship with. At the same time, with the scientist and the seeker, um, it might take you guys a long time to settle down, but what I'm picking up for you air astrological moon signs, friendship for you guys, you would like someone who will support you having freedom, but at the same time, you guys have to be mindful not to get in your own way, okay? Because friendship is a basis for you guys to have, for some of you guys, long term relationships. It's like you guys are willing to settle down when you guys have closure and clarity. That's how you guys know you've met the one. So sometimes you guys might get into friendships, um, but you guys might move slow and steady with the ones that you actually like. And you guys will be friends with a person for a really long time before you guys actually make a move. Okay? Um, your friends have to provide clarity to you. And if there's confusion in your friendships, you guys are more than likely going to create new friendship groups, you know? So that's how you guys can manifest healthy friendships. I feel like you guys simply understanding how your friendship works, um, that will be very helpful for you guys. So you guys can actually have, so you guys can be less frustrated with explaining certain things to people who just simply are not trying to understand where you're coming from. Okay? All right. We're going to end this reading here. Thank you guys. Thank you, Earth Astrological Moon Signs, for joining me. Thank you, Earth Astrological Moon Signs, for joining me. Um, so it's interesting how I started your reading off, you guys. I started it off speaking with clarity. So you guys, clarity is important to you guys, being that you have that groundedness of earth. Clarity is important to you guys. You guys like to see results. Um, you like friends that are driven, success driven. When I say success, I don't exactly mean one definition of success. When I say success, you like people who are thinkers and doers. You guys don't get along too well with people who are thinkers. So we have the loner and the seven of hearts. All right. And this is if you've been here, looks like it was a nice place to go. But this is this beautiful rose. It's the red leaf rose. Hmm. When you guys do need time to yourself though, because this is where you are able to just relax and daydream. Um, your real friends need to understand that it's important for you to be able to daydream. You also don't like to be around friends who try to interrupt your alone time. You also like people who stand for a cause with the warrior and three of hearts. So you like people who stand for something, you know. You don't like wishy-washy people. So that's something you guys should know about. With the innovator and the king of swords here, you guys your friends need to be very organized. Like, I don't mean on OCD type things, but like your friends need to be classy, where if they have an idea, they don't just sit there and talk about it all day. It's like you actually want to see people have long-term goals where they're legalizing the business, where they're getting patents. It's like you guys are analytical enough to understand, okay, if you got a 5-year plan, I get it. But if you're still talking about how to get a 5-year plan off the ground and it's been 10 years and it's going on 11 years, you guys are willing to cut these people off. You guys will like, it's like you guys are patient in your friendships as well. For those who genuinely have seen the best sides of you and you've been there with them for a long time, and forgive me, they'll say that you guys were there during the tough times before success came. So you guys are more so the type of friends who, if someone actually genuinely trusts you guys, you're going to be able to see them um, during the struggling aspects of success, to where they're able to enjoy like the bounty of their labor. It's like you'll be able to see the changes in their personality during the struggle and then after the struggle. Okay. And things of that nature. You guys prefer to be around friends who it doesn't matter how hard it gets, they're still going to keep trying. Okay, they're still going to keep going. um you guys, like, the people who are going through a lot but you see them still trying, those are the ones you're willing to be friends with, because you know that when times get tough, like, especially if you have a Capricorn moon, you know that they're not going to take the easy way out. Especially with the amount of work that you guys put into establishing something that's going to last the test of time, that's going to stand the test of time. You also want your friendships to stand the test of time as well. So this is why you get along well with people who have good work ethic. At the same time, people who are lazy, you might tolerate them if it's like necessary, but you have no intention of staying long term around lazy people. Okay? So, how you can recognize a healthy friendship um, is that your healthy friendships will not be lazy, and you will be blessed to see them during times of struggle. And this will show you how they will react or respond under pressure. So you guys can also become aware of how you guys react or respond when pressure is present. You guys, if you guys have less, if you guys don't have a lot of patience, you guys could have attracted other people who don't have a lot of patience. So I feel like you guys can, become best friends with patience. Make it a lifestyle, because that's how you'll be able to recognize the right friends. Then we also have this puzzle here: the citizen and the gambler. Excuse me. Okay. Mm. So you guys are the ones I'm picking up. Wow, like you guys are the ones that if someone is being judged by a group of people, you guys won't really sit there and join in and judge them. You guys will actually sit there and watch from afar. It's like you'll pay attention to everything with this puzzle card here. You'll pay attention to the people judging the person that's being judged, and you'll pay attention to the person being judged. Um, and you guys will have a 360 perspective of actually what's taking place. With the gambler and the citizen here, you guys can get along with just about anybody. Um, it's like people let's say if you welcome someone into your group or space, people view the person that you brought in differently. For example, the example that I use, if someone was being judged by people, you guys would get a 360 view of the people judging the person, as well as the person being judged. But in order for you to have this clarity, you guys are being asked to have clarity on who you guys are. So mastering who you guys are is going to be important. Okay. But at the same time, you guys are willing to take a chance on things that people are most people. Well, now I want to say most, that some people would just all automatically say nope, no thank you. And you guys are the friends who, you can help people see things from a new perspective. It's kind of like with you guys, the first impression is not correct, especially when you guys open your arms to others. The people that you may hang out with may attract other people when connected to you guys as well. Okay. um Now, if you guys have formed romantic connections from friendships, um, you guys tend to fall for the people who go against the grain. If you guys have friendships, some people will be very surprised that you um, could end up in relationships, romantic relationships, with the people who go against the grain, with the amount of discipline that you guys possess. And I'm talking about Earth astrological moon signs here. It, when it comes to opposites attract, you guys can have a crush on someone um, who doesn't, who people would suspect that you would like, nah, that wouldn't work. And no, that's the person that you would actually try to have a relationship with, especially if you guys have a foundation of friendship. Um, so you guys also might like to be friends with people who are complete opposites of you guys, because you guys can be very so responsible to the point that if you actually can meet a person who's the opposite of you guys but not irresponsible, like you guys are attracted to adventurous, spontaneous, you guys are attracted to responsible, spontaneous people. Let me be more blunt about that. You guys are attracted to responsible, so responsible, spontaneous people, not irresponsible, spontaneous people. In fact, you're more likely to not be available to answer a phone call if somebody is irresponsible and spontaneous, but you might have fun with a spontaneous person who's irresponsible. If you guys form a friendship with a responsible, spontaneous person, you guys might be having crushes on them. All right. Anyway, so I guess that's so I feel like you guys need to know that. So you can recognize healthy friendships. And the advice was given was you guys need to get a um, full clarity of who you guys are, or like the full puzzle pieces of who you guys are. And this will allow you to be able to trust yourself in friendships, especially if you have experienced betrayal in a friendship, um, where you could have been very dependable. You could have created breakthroughs for people in challenging times. You guys could have had people rely on you guys as a crutch, and it might be easy for you guys to let go of friendships if your comfortability is sacrificed. But I feel like you guys, because staying power is important to you guys, having clarity of what you truly want and desire will be important for you guys to be able to recognize healthy friendships, and trust yourself in your decision making. All right. Anyway, we're going to end our reading here. Thank you guys. Welcome, fire signs. So sometimes I feel like with you guys, it feels as if people can forget about time with you guys. All right. So fire, astrological moon signs. People can forget about the time with you guys. You know, um, being with you guys, it's kind of like um, people on your good side anyway. It's like time doesn't exist. And it's kind of like sometimes people may say to you guys, like when it's time to leave and depart from you guys, yo, time just passed. Um, Sometimes people may, okay, uh, people may want to spend a lot of time with you guys. May important for you guys to communicate clearly and effectively. For example, um, picked up being around you guys, people on your good side. Time can pass by, and people don't want time to end. So it's important, and it can feel like some people can use you guys as a crutch, and you guys can be focused on goals at times. So it's important for you guys to get clarity of a situation first. Like before you guys start sharing your time with people as closely as you guys can, as closely as you guys know you capable of doing. I feel like you guys should get full clarity on who it is you're choosing to spend time with, because with this lovers card here, you guys can attract people who's a, who's attracted to um there's some, I don't know I don't know how to describe it. You guys may attract people that if you do not communicate clearly and effectively, they can feel wronged by you guys. So it's important for you guys to communicate clearly and effectively. Like, for example, I feel like it's going to be important for you guys to have firm boundaries. This is a way you can manifest healthy friendships. For example, if you just want to see someone for a couple of hours, let them know I'm gonna see you for a couple of hours. And if you guys can get caught up in the time yourselves, it's gonna be important for you guys to have those reminders. Like you guys can set timers on your phone. because I feel like sometimes if you guys don't communicate clearly about what you truly want from something, um, you guys can meet people who can feel led on. So it may be friendships may be a source of you guys attracting romance partners for some of you guys. Some of your romantic relationships, or maybe a lot of them, it could have formed from friendships, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like and you guys can attract people from all over the world. It's that passion you guys have. At the same time, I feel like you guys are being asked to get clarity fully on a situation, because you guys can meet people at different places in life, and you can meet some people who are just understanding what friendship is, and you could be on a whole nother level of friendship. You also could subconsciously be looking for that friend type dynamic in which is the person to settle down with. But you guys have to really get an understanding of what it is that you guys truly want. Communication is going to be important for this aspect of the journey, for the most part, because it's kind of like communication. How can I explain this? There's you guys can be very social. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm picking up here is, if you guys, like, let's say you hang out with somebody and you guys get real comfortable spending time together, but there's really not communication taking place. Being around you guys can be like, best friend and lover type ish. But at the same time, if there's not clarity of what you guys are actually wanting from it, you guys can attract a lot of people who can become very romantically interested in you guys. So what I'm picking up here is, you guys don't have friendships turning into um romantic relationships isn't an issue for you guys. And you guys also can attract people from all different walks of life, and that's beautiful. At the same time, you guys have to understand different phases that you guys go through, get clarity on it. So that way, if you guys, do have exes that you were once friends with, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want it to end on good terms, okay? I feel like I feel you guys have the staying power to have exes where you guys can actually be friends with, but you guys have to communicate properly about that. Um, so that the friendships don't get overran by sexual sexual activity, because I feel like you guys have big dreams, and I feel like you guys will travel. You guys are very travel oriented. But at the same time, you might like to travel with your friends as well. But at the same time, you want people who will be in an energetic alignment for the locations you're going to. And it's going to be kind of hard to get off the ground with your traveling goals and whatever goals you have, if there is not clear communication about what you're desiring from certain friendships. Then we have the Four of Hearts, and we have the Father here. Uh, okay. Sometimes I feel like for some of you guys, some of your friends that you, some of the friendships that you can have, you could think a lot about them, and you could feel like you had to take control in some way. And this could be, if you guys don't communicate clearly, people can become very, like, treat you guys like crutches. At the same time, you guys are able to get people to express their authentic self, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful aspect. But some of you guys may have felt like you guys had to take control of situations a lot. You guys can be long term goal oriented. At the same time, you can develop friendships with people who may have romantic interest in you guys. Even if you're dating some, like, let's say you're in a serious relationship, you guys can, some of your friendships can develop romantic interest in you guys. It is what it is, man. I don't have a fire moon sign, but it is what it is. That's why it's important for you guys to communicate clearly and effectively. Then we have the warrior and the jack of hearts. Yeah, you guys, your friendship has a your so let's your friendship with the warrior here. Your It's like you guys can be you. How do I? Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna take my time and read this because I don't want to get nobody wrong information. I want y'all to manifest some healthy friendships. The people who hang around you guys can be raw with y'all. I think that's another reason why some of y'all friends can develop crushes on y'all, because people can be raw with y'all. You know, people can, like, speak about some things that they feel most people would judge them on, and they don't get that with you guys. And the ones that develop crushes on you are the ones who were judged a lot and didn't work through that trauma. And the ones who don't develop crushes on you guys, they're the ones who are okay with their rawness. These are the ones you're more than likely to have crushes on. Yeah. The ones who the ones you guys finally decide to settle down with, it's it's like the one you guys choose to settle down with, if this relationship formed from a friendship, it's like the person who is already at peace with their rawness. It's like, this is why the father in the four of hearts is showing up. You guys could have felt like you had to coach people into being their raw selves, and you guys could feel like it took a toll on you guys. So you guys are good with people who are raw to the point. At the same time, it's kind of like you gotta have communication is gonna be of the utmost importance. Um, exp- um, you're more likely to have a more successful friendship and relationship with someone if you guys communicate clearly and effectively about your sexual desires, especially when you guys are in that phase of, you know, discovering that you guys like each other. That's going to be important. Um, Let me see if there's anything else that comes up here. Look, you guys know what you want. You know what you want in a relationship, but you got to accept that the path is not going to be linear, especially if you got a fire moon sign. Um, Let me see if there's anything else. Structure is going to be important for your friendships. Okay, structure will be important. And I feel like you guys are being advised to put an end to friendships in which you feel you're gonna fall into a cycle of guiding people, like in trying to get them to express their rawness, you know? Because as I stated, this is where some people can get like really comfortable with you guys. They may feel completely comfortable talking to you about their raw shit and maybe not others. So you guys could possibly lose interest in people if you feel like they're like too clingy. That's look, you guys freedom, you know. If you feel like you guys are surrounded by clinginess, you guys could try to destroy the friendships. It is what it is. So you guys don't self destruct. Communicate healthy boundaries. Keep those boundaries. Hold yourself accountable. And realize that the friendships where the rawness is natural, you guys will naturally like you guys will naturally have crushes on those people because it's not going to be something where you feel like you won't be able to simply be present and enjoy the moment. You guys more than likely will fall for people who where you guys can look up and time has passed and you still want to spend time with them, and even if you have to leave, you'll prioritize them. But if you get to the point where um you're trying to keep busy when certain people communicate with you guys, that's a sign for you guys to understand that it just it's just the compatibility is not there, and eventually you'll lose interest, you know, and challenges will form. All right, and you guys will, you know, eventually get back to whatever it is that you guys are focused on. You guys are focused on success, so you guys want to be able to have success with your friends. At the same time, you don't want people getting too comfortable on you guys, but the people that you're more than likely to form friendships with are people who are naturally raw and gutter, and that, you know, it's kind of like you'll know you want to be friends with someone fire astrological moon signs if you don't even think about the time.